All right, how's everybody doing out there today? Super, super excited. Another just amazing crypto day here with the Vamp, making the easy calls, making the layups. Just another amazing day. I was gonna do a whole section on just calling out a lot of the TA guys who are calling a bull run here. I've seen a lot of TA today that had us running up to, I don't know, had us going and making the run up to 7,500, 7,300, 7,400. There's a lot of TA out there. And once again, I'm just going to reiterate the point. If you take 10 Elliott guys, you put them all in a room with the exact same chart, you're going to come out with 10 to 15 different counts, okay? It's like putting your three ex-wives in a room and they get to fight over what little money you have left. All right, it would be, that's always a pretty tragic situation there. So we had just a lot of easy trade setups here for us. Remember, so if you remember back, the Vamp, who is the master, right? The number one TA guy, I would probably have to say in all of crypto. I'm reaching around, patting myself on the back right here. So I know you can't see it, but it is occurring. If you remember, I did tell you we had this bearish cross slash death cross. I told you it is delayed. It doesn't happen right away. I also told you that we do get the massive movement that does occur between the 9th and the 11th. And you can see here it is. There's the 10th. Here's the 12th. And I'm sorry, between the 9th and the 12th. So we still have 1 day left to go to decide here the direction for a pretty long month, right? And we called this out on our video earlier. We're sitting here today, we're calling it out again. We had the first death cross. Now we've had the second death cross, right? We have a second confirmed death cross in a row. And I am now going to name this the Triangle of Doom. All right, that is officially now the Triangle of Doom, because it happens a lot. And we're going to go and we're going to just take a look at this really quick, how this does happen, right? So earlier I posted a bunch of charts up, and let's just go and here's just, this is kind of what I charted all the way back, and I was looking for other triangles of doom. Now when the triangle of doom happens, you get the 30 and the 50 that cross first. So here you go. So let's take a look at this here. I'm just going to get rid of this. So here we have the 30 and the 50 actually cross before the other action occurs. So here we had the same thing occur here. Oh, let's bring that back. Behave picture. So I was trying to make it a little bit bigger for everybody. So you had the, all right, I'm going to scoot this over so we can make this a little bigger. I just want everybody to be able to see this. There we go. So you had the 30 and the 50 cross before, then you have the 7 that's coming down through it. So here it is, you had the 7, the same thing, the 30 and the 50 crossed early, then the 7 came over and dove through both of them. Now, all right, so then I went back further. So this was 2014, this was July 21st. This seems to happen a lot in July. The next one happened here in... this is also July. So this one also happened in July, the end of July. Oh, sorry, this one's May. May 29th, May 25th to May 29th. The same thing. This time when the triangle happened right here. There was a poke through it. We did get a rally up over it. And I kind of was looking for this as a possibility, right, to get this poke up above it. And then the 7 came down and just ended the party. It was just the party crasher. And then it crashed again, causing a third death cross in a row. You do have a triangle in here with 1, 2, 3 death crosses, right? It then occurred again. You can take a look here. I tracked this back to January 14th, 2016. They cross, and then here comes the diving doom. So here you have a better setup. You have the 30 under, the 50 over, and then you have the 7 crashing through both of them. It's a pretty ugly outcome right here, right? Then we go up May 15th, 2016. Same thing, 30 under, from under to over, the 50, and then you had the double crash through them. Now this did get a nice little spike up here. So you see after this cross, these first initial cross, there was a delay of a day where you had a spike. You then had a second spike. The price dropped back down under. Now this is kind of similar to what we had here. So we spiked up and then spiked down. So remember we had this golden crosses. So we played these golden crosses and we played them well. And then right after these golden crosses, so I'm going to back this out right here. Right, so here's the golden cross, right? We played these golden crosses right here, and then you see the blue just came up, and then it did the same thing. It just tanked right down through, and we had our 30 and 50 cross, and then now we're getting the next two crosses, which are going to develop here pretty quickly. If this price continues, this 7MA is not even waiting. It's just going to keep crashing through. It's not even going to wait for the close. To save this right now, we need a prayer. We need crypto Viagra times 10. I don't know. We need a lot. Okay. So then I continued to follow this trend on. I followed it back up into May, July once again, July 19th to the 23rd, 2016. We had a very similar setup, a little bit different here. The MA's crossed a little different. So you had the 50 from below. Then here you had this exact same setup again. Here was, this was July 25th, 2017. This is different. So here you had the 50 from the bottom, the 30, but you still had the triangle of death right here, which ended up being tragic. And there we are today. And then you can see also we had three crosses in the recent future, in the recent past. We had the first one here, the second one, and the third one. And I went and I tracked each one of them down. Now they're a little bit different, right? They're a little different here, right? They're definitely different crosses. They're a different style cross, but they are still pretty similar in nature. They still create a cross, a three death cross situation. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it is really rough once these diamonds of doom occur. All right. Yeah, this is definitely possible to happen on, this could be bullish. This could be on the bottom. If this happened underneath the price action, I would be longing. I'd be longing the crap out of it. You know, and I think we were up here and I said, well, you know, in my last video, I said, well, I'm 85% bearish right now. All the bulls need to do, and here's my chart. Bulls just need to get up here and close on the 12-hour. Now, we are 7 a.m. UTC. This candle doesn't close out for another 5 hours. So if we see more downward action, what could happen is this 7 will just get dragged through here before this candle even has a chance to close, making it an even more bearish occurrence. Okay, so we need to really be careful here. If you are in long trades, and we have a lot of people who are kind of stuck in alts from higher up, one of the things we've been coaching them on is how to hedge your position here. And we set up a couple zones, and we are literally on one of the zones right here. So I said, hey, if we come down here, this was our line. Our line was this exact line right here. You can see the confluence zone. And for some of our members who are trapped in alts, you're right here, right on that line. Here you got close. And actually, if you go down into here in a smaller timeline, you get a couple other closes right on this. So breaking this, I said, hey, you should liquidate about 5 to 10% of your portfolio that you'd purchased much higher. And that if we do break the 6,000 range, which is right down here, 6K, we break down here. I said I would probably liquidate another 10%, you know, so if we do break these support zones, you are on a support zone now. The next support zone is 6130. The next support zone is 6K. After that, there really is, it's going to be a fall to 5,800. We have to hold this here. We are coming up on the 12th, so the 12th groweth near. Okay, so the 12th groweth near. Let's really keep an eye on the 12th. It is kind of my trigger day. And, you know, we go back and my charts just They work. They call it out. They work. And every single time we make these amazing calls, and it just happens. All right, now I do have a good position here. I am not fully into this position, right? I've been moving all day, so it's a little harder to get super deep into something, but I do have a good 70% of what I am trading with into this position. I will show it. I will take a screenshot of it. So I'm actually doing pretty good right now. Remember, my thing is I am always laddering in and out of these trades. So come down to support. I'm looking for signs of bounces up and down so I can bounce off of support, buy in higher, bounce off of support, buy in higher, bounce, and I'm trying to catch those little scalps, never fully leaving my short position. Just trying to sell a little bit low, buy a little bit high, sell a bit low, buy a little bit high. Trying to chase this down with very little risk, right? There's not much risk because I am playing with house money right here. And this is just as bearish as this can get. This was a great trade setup. We talked about it on my last video. You couldn't have asked for any better of a trade setup scenario to happen here. I know a lot of MA guys are counting a lot of MA waves up. I know people were counting this up as an impulse wave. And I just, listen, trend, MAs, then candles, and then you've got, after that you've got your TD count, you've got, rocks, stones, cockroaches, then you have Elliott wave, okay? So you need to just put Elliott wave right down there below the cockroaches. It is so 1990. And all these Elliott wave gurus out there, it is really challenging. You need to find a guy that legitimately is unbiased in Elliott and will go both ways. That's the secret to finding a really good crypto Elliott wave guy. That's why I like Swad. He's great. He's so unbiased. He doesn't have any bullish or bearish bias whatsoever. I've never seen him go either way. He just kind of calls it like he sees it as it goes along, and if it happens, it happens, and that's the best you could ask for of Elliott. All right. Yes. So, okay. Where are we? Boy, let's see. All right. So, once again, from the only most amazing guy in crypto who is putting out the only bubble chart in the world, right? The only guy streaming his own charts 24/7 with the calls on them, with the notes on them, with what's going to happen. So that way my trolls can eat my dirt and eat my dust. And I love my trolls. And here we go. So if you remember a couple days ago, I had up here, I had it posted. There's no support down here. And what did I say? I said, looking for a bounce in the purple zone. All right, we are now in the purple zones, right? This is the purple zone here. We can look for a bounce anywhere in here. This is where the bounces happen. Now remember, the purple zones are only bounces. Okay? They're only bounces. That's all they are. All right? So we need to all just be aware of what's happening right now with the bounce situation and how close we are getting here, okay? So we just need to keep an eye on this and watch as we come up to each one of these bounces. Now, these are only a bounce. They're an indicator resetting. Now, here's the scary thing, right? This is when indicators reset. Let's pull this other chart up here. All right, move this out of the way. So here you go. So this is the scary situation right here, okay? This is our RSI. This is what we all need to be really watching out for, okay? When this RSI comes down and we get down here to the bottom, right, on the daily, oh, sorry, ooh, I apologize. There we go. When we get down here on the daily, this is the critical time for us. This is where I look for the good bounce. See, look, get down here, bounce, get down here, bounce, get down here, bounce, bounce. This is just, it's so easy, right? This is super, look, bounce, bounce, bounce. I mean, it doesn't get any easier to trade this. It just doesn't. It's like, oh, look, oh, I should pull long, oh, I should pull long, right? So here we are. we are not oversold on the daily. So that makes where we're at both dangerous, extremely dangerous bearish wise, not so dangerous bull wise, right? Because it's kind of hard to get down this deep and get a rally back up unless you go all the way down, right? See, if you take a look at the chart, right? Let's pull this, get this. I hate this stupid thing. I wish you could just get rid of it. So it's hard to get down here like part way, like halfway, and be like, oh, okay, I'm only kidding, and it goes back up, right? So you get down here, and it's just going, right? There's no bullish. Here you go. Look, this one came down 35, 30, 35, and bounced, right? But it's tough, right? It's tough to get down here and then get a rally back up, right? So right now, we have got to be really careful that this doesn't continue to fall down, which I still think is completely possible, and the odds are that this is going to go all the way down and we'll finally get a bounce here. Now what I do is I can correlate this with our bubble charts, right? And this is what we're looking for. So here is, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bounce positions all the way down. Now, once you get down here and you get through your bounce areas, then we go into the bull run areas. And these are bull runs, right? This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this to get all the way down here, and then I'm going to get bullish, right? I'm going to say, okay, we're getting close. I'm going to go bullish. Now, if it breaks through here, we go into the white zone. Now, the white zones are legitimate bull runs. I mean, these are legitimate. All right, you're going to go 3,000, 5,000 points. These greens are good runs. These are good swings. But these whites are where the money's at. These we catch down here, and we are going to make some real good money on these, okay? So there's that. We also want to take a look at the our RSI bubble chart. All right, so on the RSI bubble chart, so we're close, all right? So here we have, no, so these are breakthroughs. This has to break through. So the whites, now the white is a bull run zone. And see what we got here. So we're right here. We're on. I'm going to scoot this line over to the end to close the day 12th right there, okay? Is that the 12th? 13th. There you go. So this would be, that's actually the 13th, so we're going to go right there. We are coming down here. Let me take a peeky at this real quick. Nope. 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 This, you know, legitimate bounce right here. Here you go. We do have a good white bounce zone, right, that we're coming down on top of right here. So we do have the possibility to get another, you know, we're going into a white zone right here, which is really good. So this is a nice white. So you came down here. You see it is right here. This would have been white. It would have bounced up to there. That's a nice little bounce right there. You then got another one right here in the white zone that bounced up. So there's two nice little bounces. Now these are a little bit different. These kind of folded over. These are both good though. I mean, you've got 1, 2. This one, let's take a look here. Yeah, it's okay. This is all right. Nope. No. This is a baby bounce. This is a really baby bounce right there. So right now, if we can hold this RSI, there is a possibility for us to bounce to get a really nice bounce out of here. Okay, so I'm going to clone this baby. So that's good for the RSI chart, right? So if we can hold this little zone and get a legitimate bounce out of here, we could have a really nice little bounce. So that is good. Now, did we have the death crosses back here? So that's what we're going to take a look at. So we're going to go up here. So no, there were no death crosses in here. Here was the death cross zone right here. So you can see here's the death cross, the three crosses of doom right here. And so they crossed, they bounced higher. And let's go hunt down the second one. There's the second one here. So here's the second cross of doom right here. And no, this plummeted way down before it. So this right here, this was very bearish. It kicked this all the way down to a legitimate bounce area down here, which is really good. And this is what I'm kind of expecting to see here. And then here's our last triangle of doom. So our last triangle of doom was perfect right here, and it came down and it bounced right here. So it did bounce right here. It was a small bounce, and then it just tanked. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, and we're going to mark that baby. And we're going to give that a little, there we go. All right, so that's good news. So we do have some bounce zones right here, right, that we can see. Now these are bounces. So we're going through a run zone. This would be a nice bull run off here. And then below it, we've got nothing below it until we get down to this, a legitimate. So this is all just mild bounces all the way down here. Just bounces. No turnarounds, no bull runs. We are on the actual bull run line. We have to go all the way down to the bottom here to find the next bull run line. Cool? So there we go with that. Oh, no, cancel, shoot. All right. Yeah, 30 times long at the whites, exactly. That's exactly what I do. Yeah, we're going to go 30 times long at the whites. Go for it, Tech. What do you got, buddy? So if you felt, well, here's the thing. I wouldn't, because so if you are going to play a bounce, so let's look at the difference here, right? So the difference is the longs, the last time you had the longs, here was the death cross right here. So we're going to mark these death crosses. Let's mark these so everybody can see this. So here is the triangle of doom, right? There's the triangle of doom right there. So when the triangle of doom hits, every time the triangle of doom hits, you get this bounce down here, but you see that this bounce is only a scalping bounce, right? So you get the bounce, scalp, and then a second lower scalp, and then you're off the races down. Let's take a look at this one. We're just going to see if any of these have gone into the bull run phase, right? So here you go again, the triangle of doom came down, and once again this went all the way down and was only a bounce, only a blue bounce. So these are scalping bounces, and these are not bull run bounces. And then let's go take a look at the last one that occurred, and it was actually right here. Where? No, none of these are white circles. No, the white circles are all the way down here. See this? See the white circle? The white circle is right here. So white circle would be here. This would be a white circle. Let me make this white. And then this would be a white circle. See, this run from here to here is 4,000 points. That is a legitimate run. Here's another white circle. If you take a look at this white circle, here's the white circle right here. There, you see that? That's a legitimate bull run. Okay, and then the next one, though, happened right here. So it did occur right where we're at right now. So the next bull run happened right here. And it would be, I would call it right I'll call that the bounce. So you have two areas right there you can look at. You can look at, was it here or was it here, right? So if it was here, it was way, way up here where we're nowhere near that, right? Here was this right here correlates with this baby bounce. And then this baby bounced again from here, and it didn't turn white until it broke the top line. So remember, you have whites on the tops and the bottoms, right? So right here is a white line that correlates with this area right here. This is a break of the top side of the RSI and is white, right? Anytime it breaks the top, it is considered, it would definitely be a bullish run. See, so here, this bullish run started lower. You got this all the way up. So there's 3 different levels to the bull runs. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 lines that bull runs occur on. This would be a bull run. This is a home run trade right here. White hits the white line. This is a home run trade, hits the white line. These are easy bull run trades. This a little tougher. This first one would be a bounce, but still a bull run, and that's why it's marked, because it's happened twice. So look, so right now we're on this line right here where we did get, well, you got, so you had one right here, one right here, and we're going to slide over here, and we're right on it, okay? So we're right on this line. Now, the difference when you look back is there was no triangle of dooms above any of those white lines, right? So here's your triangle of doom. The white line didn't happen for. So if this is your triangle of doom, we're just going to measure to the beginning of the triangle of doom to the what? It happened 6 days later. So 6 days later, this actually bounced, right? And then where's the next triangle of doom? So the next triangle of doom never really, oh yes it did. So let's pull this up, there we go. So the next triangle of doom started here and you didn't bounce for 27 days. And then this triangle of doom right here that started has never bounced, right? And this could be it. This could be the bounce right here. Since this triangle of doom, it has been 62 days, right? So what's happening here is, look at this. So what's happening is we are continually, every time there's a triangle of doom, it takes longer and longer to recover from these falls, right? Longer and longer. So this, you would have definitely marked this one. So let's pull this one from here to here, that recovery. Well, that wouldn't have been a recovery, sorry, the drop. So the drop here, so the first drop would have been 6 days, second drop would have been 18, then you had a bull run, then you had a 54-day drop, then you had a bull run, and so far you've had a 62-day drop right now. We've gone 62 days to drop down. So this could be the day we turn around. Now, the difference is we've never turned around within 1 day of the cross of doom. So what you're saying is we have to do better than this one right here. There needs to be more market optimism for a big bounce. Now this bounce that happened here this did fall from 14,500. This bounce was just a small bounce. This is a small drop. This drop was only $5,400 in 6 days. So it was a small drop. I'm only kidding. That's a huge drop. Right? But this whole, we fell out 5,400 points in 6 days right there. After the drop, after the death cross. So right now we are, so this triangle of doom has not even finished. So to have hope that this triangle of doom recovers right here tomorrow, which is the 12th, I mean, you tell me. You tell me. You're basically saying that the triangle of dooms, every time they've happened, this triangle of doom is going to be different, and we're going to bounce right here and get over this after we had 2 death crosses back to back, about to have 3. I would say no way in fucking hell, but I don't want to swear. Okay? I would say the chances of a reversal right here are very, 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 very slim. Right? Very slim. And that's I mean, we just, after 3 death crosses in a row, which is about to happen, we need news. We need something to pull us out of this. Right? This is the only thing that can happen. So we are on this line. You know, this is the last hope, right? This is like Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars movie, right? Obi-Wan, you are my only hope. Obi-Wan, you are my only hope. We really, the Bulls have got to hold this line, guys. The Bulls have got to hold this line. This is it. This is do or die, or we are going to have to go down. And here is the next line that we're going to be looking for. You know, we're looking for a bounce line. There's bounce lines down here, but we're not going to look for a bullish line until we get all the way down here. Then I'll be super bullish. We get down here, and I will be executing a bunch of really long trades. Yeah. So that's what I thunk. Let's take a look at EOS really quick. I know some people wanted me to pull up some alt charts. Now, I've always said Litecoin is what has led the way. Let's go see if that's true. All right, here's our 4-hour Litecoin. Not really getting anything from any of the... Now, this was a very, very, very bearish candle. This is a shooting star. This would have been a great, great... You know, I'm frustrated with myself that I haven't traded Litecoin. I should be only trading Litecoin or EOS, because they are much easier to trade, and this was a massive shooting star candle. Fell out. Now, this did go into a spinning top, which was a bullish signal. You did get this little retraction here, and then it just fell out again. Let's see if this had any death crosses on it. All right, so there you go. You had a death cross. This death cross is what basically smacked this down. This was not that long ago. Remember, death crosses also have a delayed reaction. Let's pull up the 12-hour. You know, there's nothing. Wait, let me add. I just want to add a couple. Let me pull something up on here just to see if I'm missing something. Give me a second. All right. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Yep, it's kind of what I thought. So I was missing something. Yeah. Okay. So where are you? There they are. Way up there. All right. Yeah, so those don't help. I was just seeing if the 100 and 200 day had crossed for any reason whatsoever. So I just don't see those crossing. As we stated before, remember in the previous videos, we said that we were looking for support. I was still looking for support down in the green circles. These are our support lines. So if you are trading Litecoin, you're shorting Litecoin, the next support line is $73, $71.57, and then it falls down to $67. So if this does continue to fall, we could see, let's see how weak this is right here. But I would be expecting a tap and reaction from anything in here. We also have, so this little area right here has just got some loving in it. Oh, I thought it was going to hold. I thought it was going to hold right there. There it is. I'm trying to see if I can find something. I mean, there you go. So there's, you know, so you've got body. So you do have a little bit of support right there. Let's see if it can hold it. See if it'll bounce off it. I'm actually going to adjust this MA a little bit. I like to use this, and let's lighten it up a little bit. There we go. So you do have a little bit of support right here at the $74 range. There you go. You can see it's bouncing off, and there's the support confluence zone. Let's go over and take a look at ETH. Let's see what they're saying. This is our private chat. Oh, okay. Looking over here at Ethereum on the 12-hour chart, this is all bad news. You had a massive hangman candle. Same thing. This is the same setup as BTC. I don't see anything different. Oh, so this is not good. So on BTC, well, no, this is worse. This is better than BTC actually because you don't have multiple death crosses right here. So this is Ethereum is actually has a little bit better position than BTC does. If you go down here and let's go under our 6 hour, 6 hour does have a death cross. It's about to go over the top of it. That's not good. Let's go over here and take a look at Ethereum for everybody. And here we go. I'm sorry, EOS. I meant EOS. So we did have the death cross on the 6 hour right here. So I do use the scalper. So look, if you're using our Beast Scalper that you can get on the bull or bear package, here's the Beast Scalper. The Beast Scalper called the short up here. It never called the long. If you look in my video earlier, I clearly say there's no long been called on this by the Beast Scalper, even though we had a 9. Even though we had a perfected 9, this just continues to bleed out. And look at this. It has restarted a brand new count after a 1. Remember I told you when it got down here, I counted this as a one green, 2 green, 3 greens. And then this restarted a brand new bearish countdown. This is super uber bearish. Really bad. Let's pull up the 4 hour chart on EOS. If you are in an EOS short right now, you are my hero. I'm going to give you a shout out. Is anybody in an EOS short? Let's see here. So on the 1 day, I mean, that was a good candle right there for the 1 day. This should have really tried to hold on the 1 day for EOS, and it just didn't even have a chance. It just broke south on it. See, there it is. This was the perfect candle right here to go long on. And another candle, I mean, 2 perfect candles to go long on. And just BTC is just dragging this thing down. Just dragging it down. So on the scalper, guys, I trade the scalper on the 6 hour and on the 1 hour. So if you do use our Beast Scalper, I prefer it. A lot of the guys play it on the lower time frames. I prefer it up here on the higher time frames. It gives me more chance, more opportunity to make some good long trades. Let's see here. So, look at you, Big Mike. Big Mike, shout out. That's right. Use Big Mike for 20% off. Big Mike, you're killing me, man. It's the money I feed my babies with. I'm just kidding. So, yeah, here we are. All right, let's take a look at the weekly, everybody. I want to bring up the weekly chart. And let's take a look here. So we did have the cross. It was probably bearish at the time. I really haven't been watching this chart. I need to just get rid of this damn chart. Need to get rid of this chart. All right, the shorts to longs chart. I know everybody's excited about this. Where is my other shorts to longs? Where are you? Nope. Let's pull it open real quick. Let's load our short to long chart and see what's happening. I have a feeling we're getting some long squeeze action here. No. We did not have a long squeeze. In fact, longs have gone higher. Longs have actually gone higher. Wow. Man, what am I missing? People, tell me what I'm missing here. What am I missing? How are the longs not getting squeezed here? Unbelievable. Man, some people have just got some cojones of steel. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Anybody know? But yeah, listen, here it is. Here's the bounce, and it's not looking good. There's the bounce zone. This is it right here. You know, this is the bounce zone. But you've got to bounce back through two death crosses is my issue. And see, here's the thing. This 7MA doesn't play. This 7MA ain't playing. This 7MA isn't waiting for the 12-hour candle to close. This 7MA is like no joke in this. Right? It's like, no, I'm just going to keep rushing through here. I don't care when your close is. I'm just going to keep pushing through with the triangle of doom here. Right? This has definitely moved down. Just in the last few minutes, this thing has moved down. So I would just be very, very, very careful here for people who aren't a long. I mean, are people just trapped in longs and they're just waiting to get liquidated? I don't know. I don't know. You know, maybe I'm wrong. You know, I mean, hope is a trade strategy. It does work for some people. All right. I think that pretty much wraps up this amazing trade day. So here we are. We are in a bounce zone, so we do have hope, and this is legitimate. This is a legitimate bounce zone right here. We just need to watch this. We are at this very point below support. So we are below support. So this did come down and it did touch support. Wow, while we were away for a minute, we got down deep, didn't we? So we did get down here, and look, there's a little bit, it's just right in here, this action, so right there. So you have, came down, poked the support off these two candles right here. This is weak support, though. You know what, getting into this area, I find that this is more support. I'd like to see a legitimate balance off 6130, because I see more confluence here, body, wick, body. I just see more, and then a wick right here. This is a more viable zone for me to see a bounce off of right here, just a little bit lower. I mean, maybe what you have is you have some indicators on some super low timelines that are super on the, they're down at the bottom, because this was a pretty drastic drop. All right, man. I love exciting trade days with exciting trade setups. And that's all this is about. It's waiting for the right trade setup, and that's all it is. We called the first bearish cross, we called the hanging man candle, and then we got the reaction. Now we got the second cross. We are about to make the triangle of doom. I would warn people. I would warn the 131% of people who are however many contracts, and I think we just had. Hey, Tech, are you there? Tech, you online? Hey, buddy. So we had is that whale calls, or where are you getting those signals for the shorts getting wiped out? Yeah, it's on Twitter, right? What site is that? Is it whale calls? Ah, whale calls. All right, hold on a second. Let me grab this from him. Got it. Let's go to bit. Next, rect. Right? This one? There it is. Yeah, I got it. Here we go. All right, so here we go. People are selling their shorts. Oh, wow. 1.7 million. 200,000, 1.8 million. 6.2 million. Yeah, so some longs are getting wrecked, but wow, how does it not show on the chart? How does it show as an increase? Ah, they're futures. Got it. Woo! Boy, these are. Got it. All right. Well, that's painful. There we go. All right, so does anybody have any questions? We can move forward with the question session right now. Take a few questions.